What's up, my royal chosen family? How are y'all doing? So, I just want to drop a message real quick that God keeps putting on my spirit. So I want to talk about secret blessings. Secret blessings. This is something that's very vital and important that you chosen ones must understand. See, a lot of times, people want to pray for material things. And material things are so small to God. Now, He can give you material things, but that could be the very reason why you haven't received a certain blessing or a certain breakthrough that you're asking for. This is what I want you to know. That your blessing will come through as a secret blessing sometimes. Sometimes God likes to give you a blessing in secret, in the quiet place. You know, like when He comes and meets you in your bedroom, when you're going through a hard time, and He opens doors for you and heals you and opens your mind up to new possibilities and clears you from any heartbreak. Things like this. That's what I want you to get. Okay? So instead of praying for like, God, can you give me this? Can you give me this money? Can you give me this job opportunity? And things like that. Sometimes we need to be praying for wisdom. Sometimes we need to be praying for knowledge. Sometimes we need to be praying for healing. Sometimes we need to be praying for understanding, for discernment. That's a big one too. But if you ask me, the most powerful blessing that God can give you is wisdom. When you pray for wisdom, I want you to understand what that comes with. Because with wisdom, it'll give you the understanding of who to keep and who to let go in your life. It'll give you the wisdom to understand when it's an opportunity and it's not an opportunity. If you give you the wisdom to have the idea that can open up a business idea that can bring in money for a lifetime. You need to understand that with wisdom and knowledge, that you can keep things flowing like it's water, keep it flowing like it's a river. That's not a one-time blessing. When you get wisdom and you get knowledge, this is something that you can take with you for a lifetime, and it just keeps paying you. It just keeps paying you, y'all. I want you to understand this. So, what I also want you to understand is there is a wisdom from God, a knowledge from God, and then there's also wisdom and knowledge that you have to learn on your own. So the wisdom and knowledge that you learn on your own has to be self-taught. The wisdom that you get on your own are from the trials and tribulations that you've went through in your life. The things that you've overcame. The times that you've trusted people and things and it didn't work out in your favor. So you have wisdom now on their actions that can give you discernment on whether you keep them in your life or you let them go. One thing's for certain, chosen ones, in this life that we live, we're going to have to let go of many people. Because some things just ain't meant for us, you know? And that a chosen king or queen, God's going to set you up with another chosen king or queen. Because you can't just be with the average mentality. You can't be with people that's not been through nothing. Just these random people, you know? So stop worrying about how cute they are, or stop worrying about how they dress or things like this. You need to worry about their heart, mind, and soul. What have they been through? What have they been through? What have they made it out of? And what's their heart posture? Because if they have wisdom, they have knowledge, and they have the correct heart posture, when you two come together, you can take over the world. You can take over some things, you know? So you have to understand, as chosen people, that there's only certain people that you can keep in your life. especially when it comes to like a relationship, like a really close friend or a man or a woman that you may be with. You can't just go for average. You can't just go for people because of how they look. You've did that long enough. You know what I mean? And that's one of the problems that I've always had, because people try to go for how I look. Because I look like the bad boy, the one that came from the street. And I did. I came from the street. But my mind and my heart posture and my soul is built different. My mind, heart, and soul is like one that nobody's ever met before. I'm letting you know that. And I'm sure a lot of you chosen ones are the same. But the things that I have made it out of, it gave me so much wisdom and knowledge. So I want you to understand that that's what you need to be praying for in this season, is wisdom and knowledge, because your blessing could have passed you by without you even noticing it, because you didn't have the wisdom or understanding or discernment to understand. Right? And then on top of that, you also need to sow into things that you want. Because if you have the wisdom and the knowledge to understand that you reap what you sow, that you get what you give, you'll start moving different. You'll start giving different. You'll start acting different, loving different, treating people different. That you will get what you give. The energy that you put out is the energy that's going to come in. God's going to send you anything that you have sown into. So I want you to understand that if you want to be your own business partner, or you want to open your own business, or you want to start a channel, or you want to, whatever it is that you may want to do, understand that you have to sow into that you have to keep putting in work, even when it looks like nothing's happening. That's what I've done. And I keep continuing to do. So I'm focusing on the side of a business that I want to start. So I keep reading knowledge. I keep watching videos on it. I keep trying to get the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding of the path that I want to take. That way, when I get to that road and God blesses me with the things that I need, with the accessories that I need in my life to make it prosper, I have to be ready as well. God can't just, snap his fingers and then bam, you got it. Because you have to be ready for what he wants to give you. You have to be ready for the things that he's asking for, or that you're asking for. So understand, if you're asking for something, you must be putting in the work. You must be putting in the energy that you want to receive back. That's something that's so vital for you to understand. So vital. And I know that I'm also being obedient when God told me to make a channel to help people understand and give them wisdom and give them knowledge and give them help, healing, and love. Because if someone like me that has made it through the trenches, that was in the streets, that was homeless, that was on drugs at one time, that was an alcoholic at one time, that had so much anger built up because of the life that I was dealt. If I can come with all the love and the realness that I come with, understand that it's possible for anybody. It's all about your heart posture. It's all about your wisdom and knowledge. It's all about how you want to move, because what you give is what you receive. And I understand this. So I give people my all. So I give businesses my all. I give things my all. It doesn't even matter if it's a job that I don't want to be at right now. I give it my all. Because I understand that even if they don't appreciate it, God does. God sees how you move in the dark, and he'll bring it to light. That's something you got to understand, family. So when I made the channel, I was just trying to help people understand of what I've been through and who I was and how I made it out, and try to be obedient to God. And I did it blindly, blind faith, that I moved accordingly for what I knew. Even if I thought that I might not be good enough, even if I thought that I might not be wise enough, strong enough, these seeds of doubt, don't worry about that. If God tells you to do something, just do it, and you'll get better over time, family. You'll get better over time. Just because you make a channel or you make a business and it doesn't blow up like that, and you have some failures and some roadblocks, or it moves a little slower than you want it to, understand that God is stretching you. He's trying to make sure that you're going to stand strong in your foundation. He's trying to make sure that you're going to stand strong for the things that you want. Will you give up when things look like they're not moving? Will you give up when it looks like your back's against the wall? Or will you keep going and prospering and having faith that God will bless it if you put the energy and effort into it? That's what you have to have. So I don't care how many subscribers I have on the channel, or how many people like it or love it or anything like that. I just be obedient to God, and I put it out there in the universe so that people that want to grow and that want to prosper and that want to know the things that I've made it out of, and they want to help sow into the kingdom, rather that be with finances, rather that be with liking the video and sharing it and subscribing to the channel, because every little thing that you do in the dark is going to come to light. If you're not a hater and you show love to one of God's chosen ones, then he's going to show love to you, and other people are also going to show love to you. Now, if you're a hater and you're too worried about somebody else prospering that's a chosen one, or you don't want to like, you don't want to subscribe, you don't want to sow into the kingdom, cash app, whatever the case may be, or give a super thanks, you don't want to do these little steps, these little things, understand that when it's your time, it's just not going to go the way that you want it to, because God tested your faith. God was testing your heart posture. He was trying to see how you were going to act to others when you were in a position you didn't want to be in. Will you hate on somebody that's in a better position than you? Or will you understand that in God's timing, it'll work out for you? Will you understand that in your season, in your timing, God's going to bless you? You just have to put the energy out. So I want you to understand that you have to sow into other people for God to want to sow into you. This faith game is not a game, but what I'm saying is this faith game comes with knowledge and wisdom. It comes with understanding that you can't be a hater. It comes with understanding that you have to sow into things. So even those small little actions that you put in the dark that you think no one else sees, understand who does. Understand that the King is watching. Understand that the King is tallying them up right now as we speak. Understand that. So when you love others and you give unto others, and you show respect to others, and you help share or like something to give it to other people in the world that need it, that is also you healing others. Do you understand that? Understand that you're healing others and helping others in this season with every small act of kindness that you have faith in. So I just wanted you guys to understand that and drop this message that God keeps putting on my spirit this morning. So I hope y'all have a blessed day. Show me some love, like, subscribe to the channel. If you want to sow into the channel to help get a blessing from God, then I suggest maybe you do so. You know, I'm just trying to tell you that when you reap what you sow. So I love y'all, man. Stay focused, stay positive, stay blessed, and have a good Sunday. And just keep putting in that work, man. Keep putting in that work and trust in God and trust the process. I love y'all, family. Stay blessed, stay chosen. Salute.